When you reach to open your car door from the inside, you're likely to open it with whatever hand is closest to the handle. A safer way to open it is with your other hand. Not safer for you, but for those on the outside. As you're reaching, it allows for an upper body pivot. This ensures a clear line of sight, looking past the rearview mirror and also to the other side. This way, you're looking out for any cyclists or other passersby that are quickly approaching from either direction. This method of opening the door was coined the Dutch Reach. Yep, it originated in the Netherlands. Cycling is super popular there, so they introduced this method decades ago to reduce incidents from cars. Next time you open your door, think like the Dutch. Although you should take your car for a service on a regular basis, there are some parts of the engine that's been color-coded for you. The dipstick, oil cap, coolant, brake fluid, and washer fluid all have their own independent colors, making it easier for you to identify what you should refill for your car's health. The rest of the engine will remain uncolored, reserved for your mechanic to look over. Long drives can be tiring, right? A lot of modern-day cars provide reminders to take a break to ensure you remain fresh and focused while driving. But some models also detect if you're falling asleep, identifying whether the steering is irregular. The steering wheel may quickly vibrate or will alert you in other ways, just in case you suddenly take a quick nap behind the wheel. Newer cars also have facial recognition technology and heart rate sensors to further confirm if you are completely awake. Fuel consumption is an important factor when buying a new car. Bigger cars may not necessarily be more fuel efficient. The frames of cars are now built with lighter materials, like aluminum instead of steel. An aluminum frame is stronger and requires less room, allowing for more miles to the gallon. The extra space also means more room for technology to further enhance your driving experience. That little icon on your dash is for built-in stability control. It lights up when tires lose their traction when driving on gravel, icy, or wet roads. When it lights up, it's signaling that one or all four wheels' brakes have been engaged to retain the stability of the wheels to help you get out of a slippery situation. You may not have stability controls in your vehicle, but there will be a light on your dash that will also alert you when you're in icy conditions. It's activated by a sensor outside of the engine, so it can identify how cold the outside temperature is, ensuring the driver is aware of the potentially hazardous conditions. A lot of drivers ignore indicating or signaling on the road, possibly due to last-second changes of lanes or from simply forgetting, something that frustrates a lot of people. To counter this, cars may have automatic overtaking indicators, ensuring that even the most oblivious of drivers will still provide a signal. Just make sure that you read your car's manual before assuming that you have this feature. A hands-free trunk will enable you to carry as much as you like as you walk towards your car. The trunk opens automatically as it senses the hands-free device in your pocket. Just keep it there to ensure you avoid the awkward scenario of getting trapped in the trunk. It happens more often than you'd think, even without the hands-free feature. There are trunk releases for those who find themselves in this predicament, though not every car has this option. With older cars, you may find a cable towards the hinges of the trunk door. You may need to lift the carpet to find this cable, but once you do, pull it towards the back seat. This will activate the lock and release you from humiliation. A little hook in front of the passenger seat and on your headrest is a thoughtful feature that was installed to ensure that you can hang your takeout on it. There are more hooks in the trunk of the car which are intended for your groceries, ensuring that you don't get a messy trunk when suddenly braking in traffic. If you have to drive in colder climates, you know the frustrations of finding the windshield completely covered in ice. You may discover an ice scraper hidden in your fuel cap door. The grab handles in your car are very useful when you need that extra brace for tight corners. Their purpose was originally meant to assist those who require a little more support when getting in and out of the car. It works similarly to bathroom grab bars. The rearview mirror in most cars has a tab at the bottom of it. This is to switch positions to keep the sun out of your eyes during the day and avoid the high beam lights from shining in your eyes at night. Newer models of cars have an automated dim mirror, sensing the brightness of the sun so there are no visual issues on the road. Above the rearview mirror, you might find another one. And no, it's not meant for applying makeup when stuck in traffic. This is a conversation mirror, ensuring you can look at all the passengers in your car, whether they're humans or your poochie pooch. Unfortunately, not all mirrors detect oncoming cars. The driver's blind spot has been a notorious issue since cars were invented. But with technology, newer sensors detect if a car is close, whilst being within that pesky spot, providing a signal on your dash. The glove box and penny tray aren't the only compartments to keep your belongings. There can be many hidden areas, under or within the seats, on the floor of the car, or panels in the sides. Now they're packing cars with more helpful hidden devices, ensuring you'll always be prepared. You can find umbrellas and vacuum cleaners in doors, seats, and floors. So you've picked a rental car and gone on a trip. Oops, looks like you forgot to check which side the fuel cap is on. Luckily, your fuel gauge on the dash has an arrow pointing to whichever side it's located on. Cars made within the last 10 years will all have this arrow. Older cars may not, but they will have a hose with a nozzle on the side instead. When you're going to fill up your fuel tank, look for a slot on the inside of your fuel fill door. That slot is there to ensure the cap will rest without getting in the way of the hose, also preventing drops of fuel from falling onto your nice clean car. Puddle lights are a genius invention on mirrors and on doors, helping you avoid stepping into mud before getting in or out of the car. It's not a common feature, but give it some time, and I'm sure it will be as popular as air conditioning. Your phone is much more likely to be in your pocket than your car keys. Taking advantage of nomophobia, they develop cars you can unlock with an app on your phone. The days of locking your keys in the car are soon to be over. If you don't notice your car tires losing pressure, one cold frost overnight can alter it seriously. Tires with not enough air in them make them prone to a puncture. Since 2008, cars have been provided with sensors that help you realize that your tires need their pressure increased. Some cars may even show which specific tire is going flat. Those ambient lights on the inside of your car look great at night. They're an optional feature to have, but are very beneficial, influencing better orientation. It also provides a sense of safety and comfort whilst driving in the dark. As you're driving in the dark, the extra lights on the side of the rear and front are used for foggy and wet conditions, not only for the driver. It also helps oncoming traffic see you. Sure, your car looks nicer as well, but be sure to check on the requirements to use them in some countries, as they may strictly be used in low visibility conditions.